An enlarged prostate is something that is very common among guys who are a little bit older. And Vernon here is 80 years young. You can't tell that he's 80 by looking at him, but he recently had a procedure to take care of an enlarged prostate. And I just wanted to ask Vernon to tell us his story, what happened, and share his experience regarding his procedure. Vernon, thank you so much for sharing your story.
Well, thank you. You did a very good job on my situation here, Doctor.
Well, tell me what happened. You were not here in Arizona initially. You were in Colorado.
Right, I live in Denver, Colorado, but I came down here for the winter I'm staying with my daughter and son-in-law out in Florence. And I got down here and started having problems. I was going every 20 minutes, and this was not good day and night. And so I decided I need to get to a urologist real quick, which I did, and they referred me to you.
Were you treated for this enlarged prostate issue before?
No, I wasn't. And I went to a urologist at the University of Colorado Medical Center, and he didn't notice any problems at all. So it must have come on all of a sudden.
Well, generally an enlarged prostate comes on pretty slowly, and then you must have coincidentally came over here to stay with your daughter, and then your symptoms got really bad enough for you to take notice, and that's how you ended up here. And
Exactly.
And what did we do here after you arrived here?
Well, you run some tests on me, and you said, we've got to do surgery as soon as possible, ASAP, and you got me in, and it was rough going through it. It's rough on a man to go through go through the penis and get into the prostate and everything else, but you just got to do it.
So let me go back a little bit. During one of the studies that I did, I looked inside the bladder. What did I discover?
You discovered I had some very large stones, and also some damage had been done to my bladder because the stones rolled around in there or whatever. And the bladder was filling up. It was only just partially emptying all the time. So I had basically a full bladder most of the time.
So the stones formed most likely because you were not emptying your bladder. And you were not emptying your bladder because of an enlarged prostate.
Sounds right.
So
Yes.
the underlying problem was enlarged prostate, which led to incomplete bladder emptying, which led to most likely those stones in the bladder.
Exactly. Yes, that's true.
And the combination of those things happening to you are probably why you were having such horrible urinary difficulties.
Yes, that's true. Yeah, very true.
And what did we do? So I found your stone. I found an enlarged prostate, bladder injury from the blockage from the stones in the prostate. Mm-hmm. What surgery did we do?
It seems like you did two separate surgeries. One was to take care of the bladder, but the other was to cut away part of the prostate so that the urethra tube could flow fully, complete flow on it. And you finally got the bladder emptied, so you get in there and it could be taken care of.
Yeah, that's exactly right. I took care of the stones. I crushed the stones and I removed the stones from the bladder. That's exactly right.
Exactly.
And then I did a procedure called TURP, Roto-Rooter of the prostate, where exactly like you said, I removed the part of the prostate that was blocking your flow. As a matter of fact, I removed over 50% of your prostate to clear your urinary passage. You said the recovery was a little rough, and now that you are several months after the procedure, what happened? How has things changed?
Things I've improved tremendously. I don't go to the bathroom very often. I can go almost all afternoon, all day long. I sleep all through the night. It's just been fantastic. It was worth the effort of going through the surgery. Really was. And a lot of guys I talk to, they don't want to have it done. They're not. I tell them, you guys are crazy. You need to get in there and get this done so you have a better life afterwards.
So how has this changed? How has undergoing this TURP procedure changed your quality of life?
It's improved it immensely. Of course, I'm extremely healthy for my age. Most people don't believe that I'm 80 years old. It gets me maybe 55 or 60, and my doctors have always said I'm physically at least 15 years younger than my actual age. And so that's what I've lived with, and I want to keep that up. Yeah.
That's awesome. And what kind of activities are you now able to do more freely, easily after the TURP?
Well, I'm getting back to my normal activities because I ski black diamond runs back in Colorado. And I go jogging several times a week. And I do a lot of dancing, freestyle and all this, and the West Coast swing. And so I'm very active and very physical.
So now you're able to enjoy that.
Yes, exactly. Yep.
Awesome. What else would you tell men regarding their prostate issues now having gone through this?
I tell them, get out there and get it done. I'm fighting with my son-in-law right now because he's starting to have problems. And I tell him, you've got to get in there and get it done. And he's so afraid. He doesn't want anyone touching that area. And I said, you just got to bite the bullet and do it.
Yeah. Because it certainly changed your quality of life to make it a lot better.
Yes, it has. Yes. You've done a tremendous job, a very good job.
Well, thank you so much for sharing your story.
Okay, well, you're welcome, and thank you very much for your great medical care. I'm very proud of what you've done, very happy with it, and I want other people to know they need to get in and get it done. Don't procrastinate.
Thank you so much.
Okay, you're welcome.